Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a great person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Man, today we're going to be diving into how meditation is the key to expanding your mental capacity so that you can do more and you can be more, man. And I know this is a topic that some people are, a lot of people actually, because a lot of people don't fucking meditate, right? They're going to be like, meditation, I don't know. And I used to be like that, right? I used to be the guy like, bro, that shit don't fucking work. I used to be like, bro, I didn't think that it would work because I was afraid to sit with my own thoughts. I was afraid to sit there by myself, just like, yo, I can't do this. Oh, my brain would be fucking going everywhere. Thoughts, pom, 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 pom. Felt like a ping pong ball inside my head. I was like, yo, that's not for me. That's not for me. But it wasn't until I really just started studying people who are successful, people who are doing it, people who are expanding it, people who are taking care of business on a grandest level, like on a level so much greater than I can. And I was looking at what they do every day, and then I was just really picking up on the clues that they were leaving, because success always leaves clues. And they would say, yo, if it wasn't because of meditation, I wouldn't had the capacity to handle the type of problems that I'm handling. I wouldn't have the capacity to fucking handle the business that I've created. I wouldn't happen to have the capacity to fucking stay on fire of be successful in my career, be successful in my relationships, be successful with my health, be successful with my passions. I wouldn't be able to have the mental clarity to stay focused to continue crushing it every single day. And I was like, all right, say no more. I guess it's time for me to start trying this shit, right? Because I know where I want to go. I know where I'm headed. I know the man that I'm fucking want to build. And then put some things into play, and it all started, right? And so this was all back, like, man, I started meditating. Like, I looked back at my app. I actually track everything on one app, right? And I started meditating back in 2017. 2017 is crazy, right? But then back then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And it was very difficult for me right back then, right? And so I did it on and off for a couple of years, right? But since then, right, the last 4 years, like, I have really gotten serious with it. I have really made it a non-negotiable in my life. I had really just leaned into it, and I have discovered and I have expanded my mental capacity. Not only that, but I feel more emotionally connected. I feel more present. I feel more emotionally stable. I feel just like I'm able to handle bigger fucking problems without going out of control, without losing my shit all the time, right? Without being so fucking emotionally unstable, right? And that has been the biggest needle mover for me, right? And I remember when I first started meditating, like, man, I put it to like 3 minutes or something like that. I was using an app, right? I still use an app to this day. It's called the guided meditation. It's Headspace, actually. Um, and like, I set it up, and he guides you, through the meditation and all this stuff. And you could hear, you could pick a sheet and all this stuff, wherever vibes with you more. And man, and I kept opening my eyes. I was like, yo, this is the time. Is it right now? Is it right now? And I didn't have the bandwidth to fucking stay focused, right, on just 3 minutes. And I was like, oh, yo, what the fuck? And it's crazy that now I have expanded and I do consistently 20 minutes every day, right? Even so, lately, man, I've had some trouble with my sleep because my mind is racing. I have so many things going on. Like, man, I'm trying to accomplish this. How is this going to happen? How is this going to fold? Like, man, I feel like I'm always. And even lately, I have been meditating at night before I go to sleep to be able to bring down, to decompress, to slow down my heart rate, right? And that has really helped me with my sleep. It has really helped me go to bed really fast after a meditation, right? And so I look back at my stats, right? Because I shared with you, I track this on an app as Headspace, right? This is something that was recommended, and I tried Calm app before. It's another app. Me personally, I didn't like it. I liked Headspace, right? So I went in on Headspace, right? Paid for the year, and I started doing it. And actually, I look back at the stats, and my longest streak to date has been 431 days that I've never missed, right? And I will correct that, because in that streak, Headspace, and I don't know why they do this, right? And I actually would like that they don't do this, and maybe they do it, so to kind of help people continue with the streak, and to help people stay committed, and to help people just not fall off, right? Because it hurts. excuse me, it hurts when you have a good streak and then you miss one day. And you're like, fuck, I gotta start all over. It happened to me, obviously, 431 days. So there was a day, I still remember the day I fucking fell off. And in that count, there was like Headspace gives you like once a quarter or something, like one fucking day that you can miss and then continue your streak. And then so in that 431 days, there was like maybe 2 times, maybe 3, like within that span space, 431 days, bro. That's more than a fucking year, right? Year's 365. So think about it. It's a long fucking time. And that they give you some leeway, right? And so for me, I didn't really like that. Like, but it is what it is. I was still tracking, right? And then the day I fucking fell off, I remember it was the day after I completed a half Ironman 78.3. I had to fucking did good, had my best time yet. Yeah, I had some issues during the race, but I still had got my best time yet. Not by a lot, but I still got the best time yet. The next day, I fucking woke up late because I was exhausted. We had to check out of the Airbnb, all this stuff. We had to drive back home because it was in Daytona. Like, man, one thing happened and another, and like I fucked up my morning routine and all this shit. And then I was like, I remember what I was driving. Excuse me. I was driving home. And so I remember I was, oh fuck, I gotta meditate. I might meditate when I get home. And bro, got home, unpacked, did all this stuff. Like, and I was like, before I knew it, the next day I went to wake up and I was routine, went to go meditate. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch, fucking missed it, right? And that is what it is. I fucking, after that, I tried to get back on it. I was consistent for like a week or two. I had another day that I missed. And I was like, oh, fuck this shit. This is going to become a non-negotiable for me, right? And then currently, after that, I'm on another fucking streak of 367 days. If you're listening to this when it comes out, today is 367, right? Non-stop, consecutive. No fucking wiggle room. No days missed. No fucking, oh, it's okay. You can have one leisure day. No, none of that shit. This one is fucking for real. Legit fucking streak that I've been on. 367 days that I'm not going to miss. That I haven't missed, right? And I ain't going to fucking miss, right? You're going to see I'm going to hit this shit. I'm going to hit the 1,000 mark, right? It's really become a fucking game changer for me, right? And in this app and Headspace, it has tracked me. It gives me my stats, right? And I see that, man, I'm on track, right? Like the app tells me that I've meditated a total time of almost 21,000 minutes, right? And in those almost, it's like, 20,900 something, right? But almost 21,000 minutes within over 1,200 sessions that I've done, right? And each session now averaging a total, because it takes a total of 17 minutes per session, right? And I'm trying to get that average up. It's going to take a long time to get that average up. And the reason why I say it is because when I first started meditating, I wasn't doing 20 minutes. No, I first started, I think it was with 3, then I moved to 5, then I went to 10, then I went to 15, and then now I'm at 20, right? But those low numbers, at the beginning, fucking will mess up your average. So I got to just stay committed, stay consistent. I don't really care too much to see the average meditation. For me, it's just showing up. For me, it's doing the work. For me, it's getting in tune with myself, expanding my capacity, expanding my bandwidth, right? Like, that is what's important for me, right? I'm taking this to the next level, right? And so it has really worked in my life, right? And this is why I'm sharing it, because meditating has helped me elevate, right? And the title of the podcast is called Meditate to Elevate. And this is why whatever. Woo, squirrel. This shit has helped me in my life. This shit has helped me level up. This shit has expanded my bandwidth of what I can handle in my life and not fucking blow my top off and not fucking be emotionally unstable. This shit has helped me. Like, when things fall out of control, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? Oh. No, that's not me no more, right? I mean, it's like, oh, that's unfortunate, right? Like, it happened to me actually yesterday or the day before, a couple days ago. My fucking fuel pump broke again. It's not the fuel pump that broke, it's the electrical connector that gives power to the fuel pump on my truck. And so I gotta drop the tank and all that. And when it happened, I was like, oh man, that's unfortunate. I was just funny because like I had left a wire, to where I could easily fix it and jump the second one, so I'm not stranded and I don't have to call for a tow truck. Even though I have a good friend, one of my best friends that has a tow truck company, but whatever. I had left it so that I can fix it I fixed it within 30 seconds, right? And I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. And I already know I got to change it. But like, before, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, this shit sucks. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened again. Now I have to drop the tank and I'll have to do all this. And I can't race the truck now. No, that's not the thing. Okay. It's something that happened. We'll handle it, right? And the reason why I love how this has helped me is because as we grow as men, as we become individuals that do more, achieve more, and be more, the problems are going to become bigger. If you want to grow, if you want to make more money, if you want to level up, if you want to expand, if you want to get promotions, the problems just keep getting bigger, right? And so if you can't handle the bigger problems, you're not going to make the bigger money. You're not going to make the bigger impact. You're not going to be able to have the mental capacity to level up, right? And so it all starts with the foundation of expanding your mental capacity, my friend. And so I wanted to give you some science-based benefits of meditation because I can give you my experience and all that, but maybe you're not like, oh, I don't know, that's cool, Randy, but maybe you're more I'm a science guy, maybe you're more of a like, oh, I need some facts, right? And so I researched a couple science and I make sure that they align with that. I was like, yeah, I agree with it, right? And really, I wanted to give them to you so that you can give this a try, so you can establish into your life, right? Because excuse me, meditation, it's a powerful tool for enhancing your mental clarity. It enhances your emotional stability and it enhances your overall physical health, right? And I can test that. I'm a testament to that, right? But that is a science-based fact, right? And so one of the first things it helps you with is helps you reduce stress and anxiety, right? You see, meditation reduces your cortisol, right? And then cortisol is the stress hormone, right? So what it does is that it helps the body respond better to stress, right? It reduces your stress and your anxiety because it opens your bandwidth, helps you with mental capacity, right? And then what it does, it also, another science-based fact that I found is that it enhances your focus and attention. 100% it does, right? See, meditation strengthens areas of the brain associated with your sustained attention. And I can testify to this. I'm a testament that it enhances your focus. I am doing more work, I'm handling bigger problems, I'm making shit happen, and it's all because I'm willing to expand my mental capacity. See, meditation also enhances your self-awareness. This was another 100% fact, right? And this is science-based facts that I list, that I researched, and I found, and I want to list them here for you so that you can see, man, Randy, maybe he does have a point, right? Maybe I should fucking give this a try, right? And so you see, meditation increases your awareness of thoughts and your feelings, right? And what it does is it promotes your greater emotional intelligence. Fucking fact, right? You gotta have high emotional intelligence if you want to have high level positions. If you want to make the big bucks, you can't be someone who just blows off the steam all the slang, right? Because we're like, bro, this guy's fucking unstable. This guy can't handle big problems, right? Gotta have high emotional intelligence, and meditation helps you get that unlocked, right? Another science-based fact is that it promotes better physical health, right? It really does, right? You see, meditation can help reduce the strain on the heart, right? And then what that does is that it lowers your blood pressure, right? I don't measure my blood pressure, so I can't really state the fact, but I can tell you that my physical health, my especially my mental health, is on a lower level, right? And then also, it's been shown to reduce chronic pain perception by altering how the brain processes your pain signals. And this one is true. I could definitely testify to this because as I expand my bandwidth, am I able? I've been sometimes a stupid example, but like you're meditating, right? You have your eyes closed, whatever, and then you fucking fly just comes, and you're like, oh, and you learn to ignore the fucking fly, right? Unless it's a fucking mosquito that's biting you, you're like, oh, you try to get that guy, but you learn to stay focused. You learn to remain calm despite the distractions. And then so when I'm running and I have pain, because of my knees, and I have a fucking titanium rod on my leg, like that shit has became pain that I have to overcome. And so meditation has helped me process the pain signals better. It's helped me ignore them. It's helped me stay calm. It's helped me stay focused, right? Because I know that there's a better version of me. Because I know that I've expanded my bandwidth. I've expanded my capacity of what I can do, right? All because of meditation, right? And then the last, science-based fact that I found that I really aligned with was that it improves your relationships. And this one is 1000% true, my friend, right? You see, mindfulness, it reduces your impulsivity, right? And then it does is that it helps individuals respond rather than react during conflicts, right? You're more present when your conversations, right? You're literally improved your relationships because you're able to respond better. You're able to be present. You're able to really hear and process what they're saying. You see, so many people when they're in conversations, they're listening and they're already thinking about what they're going to respond, what they're going to respond, or what they're respond. So you're listening to respond. Instead, if you listen to understand, process it, then answer back to it, that relationship becomes more gangster. You have a bigger bond. You connect more. You actually understand what the other person is trying to tell you instead of assuming and rather just throwing out a response. And so many times I've had conversations, and it's happened to me too, man. And to this day, I'm only getting better every day, right? So you're there and you're talking with someone, and but this is where self awareness comes into play. Why meditation has helped me expand my bandwidth. I notice it. With the minute I want to respond, I'm like, no, no, inside, they're having the conversation. I'm like, no, pay attention, Randy. Give them your undivided attention. Really be present with them, man. And you really notice this with people, and like, and this has been a game changer for my relationships. You sit there and you be present with them, and you listen to what they're saying, and not only that, but you look at them straight in the eye, and then they see that you have their undivided attention, and it just improves that relationship. Right? So the next step is really, how do you begin meditation, right? How do you meditate, right? Because yeah, I gave you my experience. I give you some science-based facts of why you should meditate in your life, right? But how can you actually meditate, right? Like, how can you embrace it in your life, right? I wanted to give you some basic steps so that, if you can afford the app, because, the app, I think it has like a 30-day trial, and it's free, and I'd recommend it 100%. But then you have to pay for the year out. Maybe you don't want to pay for that, then you could still do it without a fucking app, right? And so I wanted to give you some basic steps, right? And so the first step is really just, and one of the most important, is find a quiet place, right? You want to choose a spot where you won't be interrupted. And I've noticed that actually high level meditators, people who have been doing this for a long time, people who have high mental clarity, can actually do this in loud spaces, right? Like you can sit down and focus and narrow down, and the world is happening around you, like, and they're super there and focused, and like you could tell that they've increased their mental capacity, right? That they've leveled up that bandwidth that they have inside of us, that we all can do this, right? But it starts with finding a quiet place, right? And then you got to really just choose a comfortable position, because you're going to sit, you're going to sit for, a couple minutes, right? And so you can sit on a chair, you can sit on a cushion, you can sit on the floor, but you want to make sure that you have your back straight, right? You can also meditate laying down, but laying down, you have a bigger chance of you falling asleep, and then it's not going to really work, right? Maybe that will work for the nighttime. That's how I've been doing it when I share with that. Um, but find a comfortable position with your straight back. You can sit for a couple minutes, right? Then you want to set a timer, right? And you want to start small, right? And the reason why I say start small is because at the beginning, you're not going to be able to control your mind and from clarity, right? All these thoughts are going to be coming in, and then this and that and that. And then, so you want to start small so you can flex that muscle. It's kind of like, going to the gym and fucking pushing weight. You're not going to start with fucking 300 pounds bench pressing right away, right? You're going to fucking start small. What you can do, right? You're going to do some reps. So start small and then gradually increase as you get more comfortable. The next step really is that you want to focus on your breath, right? You want to inhale deeply through your nose. And when you do that, you want to feel your belly rise. You want to feel it expand, right? Look at your belly. Like if you don't think that you're breathing deep, right? Look at your belly, and your belly will fucking tell you 100%, right? And then as you exhale, you want to exhale slowly through your mouth. And then once again, look at your belly, making sure that it's pulling in. A good exercise is that, you pull your belly towards your rib cage, right? That it eliminates it. It pushes out all the stagnant air that we have inside of us. And you will develop stagnant air when you breathe shallow, right? And so we're breathing deep here, right? Inhale through the nose, long breath, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. And then what you're doing is that you're paying attention to the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body, right? You're getting present with your senses, right? And then as you go and you're getting present with your senses, what do you hear? Like what do you feel? You want to get in tune with your senses, right? And then as you're doing that and as you're focused on your breathing, you will lose focus, right? It happens to all of us, and it still happens to me this day. But to this day, I'm able to regain my focus a lot faster, a lot better, and a lot more gentle, right? You want to be able to gently redirect your focus, right? When I say gentle, it's like, oh man, there I go again thinking about this or that. No, you're like, okay, duly noted, right? Let's get back. And so when your thoughts wander, because they will, trust me that they will, gently bring your focus back to your breath, right? Gently bring your focus back to the breath, right? Don't judge or criticize yourself for getting distracted. Don't judge yourself like, oh my God, my mind's always racing. Oh, I have this and that. Like, that is actually a sign that you need to fucking meditate, right? Because you don't have control of your fucking mental capacity. You have control of your thoughts, right? You got to be able to flex the brain, it's a muscle, right? And so be gentle with yourself as you go through it, right? And then as you end, this was a big one because it helps you transition from the meditative state to now back into reality, right? You want to end gradually, right? When you open your eyes, you want to open your eyes slowly and just embrace what's around you and look around, not just like fast and get up and you're like, bro, that kills the whole moment, right? And so you want to take a moment to notice how you feel before you're moving on with your day, right? It really helps you. It really it's a game changer, right? Right. And so the easiest way, in my opinion, right? Because I gave you some basic steps that you don't need no fucking app, right? But the easiest way, in my opinion, is really to use an app, right? I use Headspace. There's also Calm app. There's probably another meditation apps, right? Use a fucking app. That's how I started, and it's cool because it tracks your minutes. It tells you what to do. When your mind wanders, like yo, 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 did you wander again? Bring your focus back to your breath, right? And it really helps you stay aligned, right? See, meditation is a skill that improves with practice, just like anything else, right? So my question here for you today, my friend, is if you're listening here to me, or maybe if you're watching here, right? It tells me that you're someone who wants to level up. It tells me that it's someone that wants to grow. It tells me that someone that wants more out of life, right? And that wants to do more and be more, right? So my question really here to you is, are you willing to give meditation a try in your life so that you can expand your capacity, so that you could expand your mental bandwidth, so you can grow as an individual, right? So you can be more emotionally stable. Are you willing to give meditation a try, my friend? And then my challenge really for you today is set aside just 5 minutes. Or maybe it's 3 minutes. Or you know what? Maybe, your mind is racing. Maybe just set aside 1 minute today, right? After this episode is done, right now. After this is done, go ahead, set some time aside, 1 minute. Just try 1 minute, right? See, most people spend way more time than 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, probably even 10 minutes scrolling on their fucking phone, right? Your best selves deserves this time. So set it aside, my friend. Start small. You got this shit. Give it a try. And then really, I'm gonna leave you with this one final thought is the goal of meditation isn't to control your thoughts. It's to stop letting them control you, right? So many times our thoughts control us, right? And so this is why meditation is important. This is how we expand our mental capacity because we become in control of them, right? You want to be able to quiet the mind and your soul will speak to you. It really will. And I know that sounds deep and spiritual and woo-woo, but bro, I've had some of the best ideas come to me in meditation, right? And some of the best connection spiritual right after, because I meditate, then I go and connect spiritually. I talk to God, I read other stuff, I pray, read the Bible. So I've had some of the best spiritual connections after a meditation session, right? Because I've been tuned with myself. I've raised my frequency, right? Through meditation, your higher self will be experienced, my friend, right? It's time to elevate your being. You got this. Give it a try. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground and I'm calling all the more sport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. By any chance you still haven't subscribed yet, man, go ahead and smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you connected with today's message, if you resonated with today's message, if you're vibing with what I was sharing here today, man, do me a favor and please share this on your story and make sure that you tag me at Wide Open Randy because those are the actions that help more gearheads to see and hear about this podcast. And ultimately, that's how our community grows. Catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.